is twofold. First of all, and I've done this before, I've compared it to the Normandy landings. You can't assemble a large force that you're prepared to throw at your opponent and let it sit for days, weeks, and months. At some point, you've either got to use it or not use it. Eisenhower was trapped into using it. He had no choice. They built this thing up over many months and weeks. Everyone was ready to go. The weather wasn't perfect. They knew it was going to turn bad, but you had to go. He went. I have been worried that that would happen to Donald Trump. Now, it is not impossible that someone other than his inner circle has sat down with him and pointed out some facts. First of all, Venezuela is huge. It's the size of France, Germany, and Austria combined. There are 30 million people living there. At least half or more of it is triple canopy jungle. Certainly the border, 1,380 miles with Brazil, is almost impenetrable. There are only a couple of places you can actually cross the border. Colombia, heavily mountainous, very difficult to cross through there, although there are more points. And now you risk the war turning into something that you never wanted, which is a Latino crusade against the evil white Yankees who've come once again into Latin America to exploit them. You know, what a disaster. We need that like we need an extra hole bored somewhere. So, you know, the bottom line is, I hope someone has gotten to him and pointed these things out. Because even if you were able to go in quickly, even if you were able to identify all the air and missile defense sites, all the radars, hit all the airfields, let the Marines come in and take the major international airport that's right next to the coast, and then fly in 15,000 troops from the Army to be a stabilization force, you've still got to go to Caracas. Getting to Caracas, even though it seems to be close on the map, is no easy task. It's surrounded by mountains. You've got to go through tunnels to get into the place. And if you can't use the tunnels, well, you got to fly in. Or I guess you could parachute people in. There are lots of crazy people in the United States Army that would welcome that and think that's great. But again, the opportunity for everything to go wrong is still there. We haven't even talked about putting in this Mrs. Machado. Could you actually do that? Will she survive the installation? We're assuming that you're going to get rid of Maduro easily. Well, the man never sleeps in the same place twice. You know, you don't know where he is at any given point in time. He's very well guarded. If you can't get rid of him quickly and easily, you're not going to be able to put anybody else in. And then, of course, there's the possibility that the Colombians and the Brazilians and people from across Latin America all decide to come in as guerrilla fighters to support the people in Venezuela. The whole thing, frankly, is insane.